So this is my Casper unboxing video number 2. I've had my Casper, I've been sleeping on it for about 9 months now. It's been my favourite mattress. I really like it. But when I originally bought it, it was, they only, in singles, only did a UK size. And they're now doing the EU size. So I've now got the Casper EU single, which is 10 centimetres longer than the UK single, which makes a lot of difference to me. If you are 6 foot, then you're right on the edge of a normal mattress when you're sliding down for your pillow. So that extra 10 centimetres is the difference between right on the edge and comfortably on it. If you're 6.5 foot, you're probably in trouble and you need a custom mattress. But so anyway, I'm really pleased to now have the Casper EU size. So I'm going to do an unboxing of that. I've already done reviews and unboxings, as I said. But that was a long time ago. Things have changed a little bit since I got my original Casper mattress. Back then, they still did latex on the top of the USA mattress. I've got to say, Casper were one of the original online companies starting in 2014, and one of the bigger players. They've apparently sold over 400,000 mattresses. Anyway, so they used to do a latex mattress in the USA. Originally it was only 3 layers, moved on to 4 layers, but when they had the latex it was 3 layers, and when they came to the UK in 2016 it was a different configuration. So there was no latex, it was 4 layers, you still had the 1.5 inches top, 1.5 inches memory foam under that, under the polyfoam top, and between that and the base they had another 1.5 inches of what they called transitional foam. Nothing major about that. It's still polyfoam. It's just that the density is between the low densities that you get in a base layer and the higher densities that you get in a comfort layer. Why does that matter? Well, the higher the density, more resilient it's going to be down the line, the longer it is likely to last before it starts taking on shapes that you don't want, before you get sinkage, before it starts remembering, because they're all going to remember your shape at the end of the day down the line. It's a matter of how long it takes to do that. On average, foam mattresses are about 5 years. I know the warranty is 10 years, but if you check these warranties for any of them, they specify the amount of dip that you have to have before you start claiming. And even then, it's not going to be, oh, after 9 years you've got a bigger dip than we would allow, you're going to give you a new mattress. It normally takes into account how long you've had it, so you don't get a percentage back. But they all differ. But the point being, I will get there, the point being that they are all going to deteriorate. All foam mattresses will deteriorate, and that's why densities are really important, because that gives you some idea of how long it is likely to last before you start getting the drop in quality and you need to get a new mattress, because there's no point in soldiering on with a mattress that's deteriorated. Because one other thing about the online companies, and I will do an unboxing in a minute, sometimes I just get carried away, but one of the things about the online companies, it's getting harder and harder to find out what the real specs are. I mean, some of the companies are really good and some of them aren't in telling you what the densities and what the ILDs, the softness of each layer is, just the real technical specification. One reason is because they're evolving all the time. Obviously, they're all competing. It's a really competitive market. They're looking for pricing edges. One edge is you're going to lower your densities a little bit, because there's going to be, it's going to be hard when you initially lay on a mattress to tell the difference between one density and a density that's slightly lower. But pricing wise, and when you're doing thousands of mattresses, it makes a big difference to your margins. Casper are not the greatest for telling you their specs. In fact, they won't tell me their specs. But it's not hard to work out the specs if you go online. Some places have gotten them from somewhere, because originally they were quite open about it. Now it's different. Now they're telling me it's proprietary information if I go on their website and I'll go on their chat and look, the bottom line, none of it matters. It's how the mattress feels. It's still the favourite mattress I've had so far is the Casper mattress, and I've tried quite a few. But when you can still get an idea of what those layers are, and because all the base layers on these mattresses are about the same spec. They're around like a 30 kilo per cubic meter weight, i.e. density, how much material is in a specific measured amount of the foam. So one thing they all do still tell you is how much each one of their mattresses weighs, and then you can do calculations back. So the specs are clearly not too bad, not probably as good as they were, but you're still looking at probably 56 kilo densities for each layer and 40 kilo for the top 2 layers, 40 kilos density for the transitional layer, which is a decent spec. It's for these type of mattresses. You can go higher, but on paper it's not bad. Anyway, I'm going to get on with the unboxing, and I'll show you the layers and maybe just talk about it a little bit more. What I'm waiting to see is it the wrong way around? If you check my original Casper unboxing, you will see that the mattress was packed the wrong way around. That is, the cover was put on the wrong way around. So if you put the cover so that it looked like that was the top, you're actually laying on the base layer. I don't know how many people are laying on the top layer and thinking, oh, this is nice and firm, when actually it's the base layer. But anyway, got to say, when I told them about it, they immediately said, we'll replace it straight away. I said, that's not necessary, I can just turn the mattress around. They said, okay, well, we'll give you 50 quid off. So the back end support I have found is really good with Casper. The front end, as in their website and the knowledge of the people that run the chat, is not great. I mean, I don't know how much of it they're allowed to tell you and how much is really just a complete lack of knowledge, but it's not great. They're only really going to give you marketing speech. But look, my experience with the after sales has been really, really good with Casper. I like the mattress. They are a slightly controversial company, and you can find out if you go on the net. I'm not going to say anything because they are a little too controversial. Other than, I do like, this is my favourite mattress. Going to do the unboxing and show you it in a little bit more detail. Obviously, it's a bed in a box as they become termed. Sometimes they're called a mattress in a box. The headlines are, it's a 10-year warranty, but check the warranty because there's a lot of small print in these warranties, but they're all standard warranties. I have to say, there's nothing different in Casper's compared to everybody else, but they are, it's not an open and shut case as in, oh, it's sagging or something like that, I'm going to make a claim. So check the warranty. So, you know, it's a bed in a box, 10-year warranty, and the big thing about these online companies, of course, it's a 100-night trial. So Casper, again, is one of these 100-night trial companies. Now, I've not had to send one back. I can't tell you how that works, but all the others I tried, it is a complete no hassle. You do not pay. You tell them you don't want it. They arrange the pickup and they come and pick it up, either them or a third party, because a lot of them give the mattress on to a charity. They don't resell these mattresses, and you don't pay anything. It's very convenient. So I do like dealing with the old companies is a lot easier than dealing with IKEA in the old days, which is complete nightmare, and they only allow you one change of mattresses, which made me go onto these online companies in the first place. So yeah, I'm going to do the unboxing. So right on top we have a little postcard that says, hope your Casper inspires sweet dreams and tons of pillow talk. Howard something, who I think is probably the founder. I can't remember the guy's name. Apparently they had 5 co-founders. But anyway, there's a little, send us a note, and it's got their email address. So that's that. Appears to be nothing else there. So that is all that's in there. I have to say, if you check my original unboxing, there was a lot more in it. There was a whole booklet that told you, well, some useful stuff I recall, basically where to expand it and little bits like that. And yeah, I was a little bit disappointed. All you get is a postcard now. So, okay. Okay, my mistake. Attached. I don't know if it's meant to be attached because it seems to have attached itself, but a good idea if it was physically attached, because then you can't miss it. Don't know if that was deliberate or not. Having looked at it, actually it does look like it's deliberately attached there. So yeah, I think that's a good thing, because I missed it on the first unboxing. The welcome pack. It actually says good night. Have a quick look at what's there. Yeah, so this is what we got originally. So there's a little booklet here. Well, in fact, there's not. All right, so this is like your quick start guide. Like, you know, if you need it. But I mean, I don't know. Don't try this at home apparently or something. No, that's just two people playing it. Yeah, so it tells you how to unpack it. Pretty obvious, but anyway, it tells you how to unpack it. And there's the thing, you don't read this till it's unpacked. So, yeah, I think it was better originally when it was like left on top there. Yeah, lay it on your side, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, as far as that first bit of instruction goes, you need to see it before you pull it out, and you can't because it was attached to the side. So the booklet, a note from my founders, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, just telling you about it, One Perfect Mattress. Now, One Perfect Mattress, of course, in the USA now, they're doing a high-end mattress. So no longer One Perfect Mattress, otherwise no one would buy their high-end mattress. I'm going to have a look, actually, interestingly, see how they market that one, because how can they sell the two alongside each other with a cheaper one saying One Perfect Mattress? Is getting themselves in a muddle, because it's all marketing speech to these people. But yeah, so that's just telling you bits about it. Let's let it expand. So pulling this off first. So of course the white bit is meant to be on top. Hopefully it really is the top of the mattress. So obviously now I'm going to let it expand. I'm just having a quick smell because obviously one of the things you've got to watch out for is the smells, because that is the chemicals leaching. All foam mattresses, even natural latex, have added chemicals. And what you smell, what they call off-gassing, is of course volatile organic compounds, which is basically some of the chemicals leaching out as a vapor into the room. So that really is not good if you can smell your mattress. It is not something, so it's just a mattress smell. These are chemicals leaching. Why do they do that? They all do it because these volatile organic compounds, as they're called, have a high vapor pressure. That's to say, they have a low boiling point. At room temperature, they will give off a vapor because they have a high vapor pressure. But they will, it was something that will reduce very quickly, and which should be within like 48 hours. So you should give it an airing for 48 hours, especially if you could smell anything, before even take the cover off, but even better, before you use it. There shouldn't really be a problem down the line. If you're smelling a mattress, you know, like a week, 2 weeks down the line, you know, that's not good. But I can't smell a thing on this Casper, I have to say. So I'm going to let it expand. When it's fully expanded, it's 9.5 inches. This is currently 7.5 inches. But what I want to do is check the layers. Is my Casper the right way around? Let's go unzip it. So the zipper's here. It's the right way around. Absolutely fantastic. Have a quick look at those layers. So maybe it was a one-off my original mattress. It was weird. I've never heard of that happening with anybody else, but it was, as I say, the wrong way around. And you can check my original Casper unboxing video. And that's a lot whiter than I remembered my original one being. So yeah, I wonder how this feels. I wonder if, so I think this is probably another iteration, as they would say. They are constantly evolving. So I hope it feels the same as my original, because that was the whole point. So what have we got? We got a top layer. So we got 4 layers. When fully expanded, 1.5 inches of polyfoam at what they say is latex-like material. It's not latex. You may say that has benefits over latex, as in latex is very springy. You may not like that. It's, you know, it can feel a little bit firmer because of the pushback that you get from latex. That's one of the really big differences between that and polyfoam. Obviously, latex is harder wearing, it's better wearing. That's why you pay a premium for it, so that you don't have to change your mattress quite so often. But polyfoam is more hugging. It's one of those nice, you know, it gives you that cuddly feeling. So there are benefits to using polyfoam, but big disadvantages as well. So you've got your top polyfoam layer, then you've got your memory foam. So they're both polyurethane foams. The difference between the memory foam and the top polyfoam is that memory foam has added chemicals so that it acts with your body heat to mold to your shape. So it's not, the idea is it doesn't spring back in quite the same way as, it doesn't spring back latex like, by the way, but polyfoam, normal polyfoam will have some spring back. So it's what they call responsive. As soon as you move, it's coming back to its normal shape, whereas memory foam, there's a lag because it is molding to your shape. You know, when you get an orthopedic mattress, they're going to use memory foam because that is the property of memory foam. It has high pressure relieving properties, but you know, there's also the downside that it retains heat, so you're going to have problems with heat coming off. You know, a lot of people get very sweaty in memory foam. But anyway, I'm not going to go into the pluses and minuses, just saying what they've got here. So you've got a responsive top layer so that it comes back quite quickly. Then you've got your memory foam, which, as you can see, doesn't come back immediately. And that is how memory foam works, and that's why they put it under the polyfoam, so you still get some responsiveness, but it does retain your body shape. Then you get this transitional layer, which is this yellow one here. It is interesting that they are different colours, which is the one here, and that is lower density than these two, but higher density than the base. People get confused why the base is very firm yet has a low density. Well, you can make these things feel firmer or feel softer. It doesn't really relate to the density. What the density tells you is how long its properties are likely to last. So lower density will hold its properties for less time, but being on the bottom, not quite so important. So there you go. As I said, the big difference between Casper and a lot of the others, I mean, higher end mattresses could have 5, 6 layers, different layers, but most of these online, you know, got to say budget mattresses have 3 layers, the base, then the 2 comfort layers, which may be memory foam on top or bottom of the other one, then the other one being polyfoam normally, very rarely latex. Just a matter of individuals, which way round they prefer. So this is different because you don't go straight from a high density to a low density. So there's some sort of transition, which is one of the big complaints about the original latex mattress, which they did in the USA, but no longer do. So this is very similar, probably almost identical in feel to the USA mattress, except that no fast stocking required. There are added chemicals in UK foam. So that's basically it. It looks like all systems go, and I may or may not do a review. If unless there's a big difference between this and the old Casper that I had, the old UK one, which from, I say old, from about a year ago, I guess, I will report back. I will also add anything to my new website at otza.com, O-T-Z-A. People ask me, can I write something alongside my reviews? And so I'm doing that. So I'll see how that evolves over time. But my intention is to put as much as possible online. So thank you for watching my unboxing.
UK